of outer radius, you should write a statement here. For this value of outer radius of the insulation, thermal resistance will be minimum and heat transfer will be maximum. Now, see, if something is maximum at one point, it also implies that on either side the values are lower than that. Or even if it is minimum at one point, on either side of it the values are more than that. Right? Are you okay with it? Now, suppose if you draw a graph between Q, heat transfer rate, and radius. This is the outer radius of the insulation, and this is the heat transfer across the layers of insulation and pipe. So this is the point where Q is maximum, corresponding to the radius, outer radius of RC. Now before that point, that is the outer radius, if it is less than this value, you see what's happening? Heat transfer rate is still in the increasing phase. And is it a desired effect or non-desirable? What is the purpose of we adding the insulation? To increase the heat transfer or decrease the heat transfer? To decrease the heat transfer. So what's actually happening here? It's increasing. So is it intended purpose now? No. So therefore, adding the insulation up to this point will only have negative effect. It doesn't help us in decreasing the heat transfer. Only after reaching this critical state, any further addition of thickness of insulation will result in reduction in heat transfer. So the central concept here is your thickness of insulation or outer radius of insulation must be more than RC if you have to reduce this heat transfer. Now the question here is, which should come to your mind, how come the heat transfer rate is increasing with insulation, whatever may be thickness, right? It may be from this point, this point, this point, this point. We are saying up to some particular point, it's increasing. How is it possible? When you are actually adding insulation, what do you think is the reason for increasing heat transfer rate? See, you can make use of this equation itself. So when delta T is constant, your heat transfer rate depends on these two terms. Of course, this is the pipe resistance. We are not dealing with the pipe resistance at all. We are taking the given pipe as it is. Now therefore, this is directly related to this in this case. Right? Suppose this is insulation. Conductive resistance of the insulating material. Right? Let it be there. And this is the convective resistance of the surrounding field. Now what happens here, as R is increasing, see this is convective resistance, please concentrate here. As R is increasing, what is happening to the total resistance here? What's happening to the total? It is considered as one resistance. See, if it is capital R1, this is capital R2. Right? So capital R1, capital R1 is the first resistance. Here it is, or rather, this becomes first resistance. This diagram we take, this is R2 and this is R2. So now in this equation we have delta T by R2 plus R2, right? R1 is pipe resistance, which we are not interested in. R2 is insulation resistance, and R3 is surrounding fluid resistance, convective resistance. Now, this resistance will increase if R0 is increasing, because R2 is fixed, all of the values are fixed. So any amount of increase in radius will result in R2 being increased. Now what will happen here? This term. Here R naught is reflected in the denominator. So when this value increases, what happens to R3? R3 actually decreases. So then, imagine there is no insulation. The only resistance would have been this, right? Now, if this value is decreasing for a fixed value of this, then what will happen to the heat transfer? It will increase. That's the reason. So simply, right, with the addition of insulation, the outer radius increases. If the outer radius increases, its area increases, outer surface area. The heat transfer coefficient by convection is equal to hence A delta T, where that A represents the surface area. Bare pipe has lesser outer surface area, whereas the pipe that is covered with insulation has increased heat transfer area. So therefore, that is actually reducing the resistance, thereby increasing the heat transfer. But after some point of time, this will dominate. This will continuously decrease, but that will be offset by increasing this. So where is that critical point? The positive effect of this is countering the negative effect of this. As long as this is dominating, then the heat transfer rate is increasing. Once the effect of this and this are nullified, then this is this value. And thereafter, effect of this increases and the heat transfer rate decreases. So that's the central concept.